We
Wait.
started.
Oh, my bad.
Hi guys, welcome back to IgKnight. I am Lightning, and I'm here with the co-host Megan, who's cracking the fuck up, and I'm here with my friend Jason. So, are you okay? That was such an intro. The intro music's gonna play, and all they're gonna hear is woo woo, like
my dumbass.
a bus, like a bus.
I'm just gonna do that from now on. Every
I
time
love that for you so much.
Before you even announce that we're on, we're gonna be like, ah.
I love it. Louder.
I love it.
Very good.
Perfect.
Yep. Say you want to be around this area when you talk. You're supposed to be in the green area, but I'm yelling. I can't even get there. So
I see.
these microphones were not the cheapest, but they do the job.
They do the
Oh,
job.
yeah.
They get the job done.
So, first of all, thank you guys for listening to my new song. That was exciting. I hadn't done music in
It was a bop.
a bop. I hadn't
Oh,
done
yeah.
music in 3 years.
I've never done music.
The people I worked with before were mainly like, "Oh, get my name out there." I'm like, "But you suck."
Oh, yeah.
She didn't have auto tune, which okay, yeah, I get some people are against auto tune, but I have one nostril that doesn't work, so in order
listen.
for it to sound decent, I need auto tune.
Yeah.
The phone charger is out in the living room by the couch. It's the black cord. Yes, it is black cord. It's in the table. My sister's annoying us. Yeah, you're fine. Get the fuck out.
That interrupted.
Listen, if I do music, I want to sound like T-Pain.
I wanted to sound like Demi, but you know we all can't do
Wait,
that.
Is T-Pain the one that uses autotune all the time?
They all use auto tune.
I mean, they do, but like I
Even
know,
Lady
like,
Gaga, but she uses auto tune. Don't let
I
her
know
fool
like
you.
one.
But we're not trashing Gaga. We would never.
I know that one rapper or whatever artist would use it a lot. I think it was T-Pain.
I think it's
Probably.
Post Malone.
Oh, Post Malone.
Yeah, you can tell. Like,
Well, I don't want my voice to be recognized.
let me
so
see
do-
how many. Let's check the analytics of my new song. Oh, I saw Shane Dawson. I'm gonna cry. Don't make me cry. Okay.
You're gonna see 100 views on it. All.
Haha.
100
No,
views
and not
on
even.
it.
It's not even half of there. It's 44 views in 4 days.
Nice.
So it's not.
that bad.
It's not. It's considering my subscribers are only 61. That's not horrible.
No.
Which I wasn't. I was only expecting like maybe 20. Again, I'm just doing this because it's on my list of shit to do before I die, and I think I'm dying all the fucking time. No, like
R.I.P.
I don't know if Hannah told you I had a lump in my neck. It's still there.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
had
you
CAT
mentioned that.
scans done on it, blood work. Then they took me into this. Oh, story time, really quick, before I
Oh,
announced
no.
my new announcement. So I went to the hospital for stomach pains the day after I had my CT scan done on my neck, and they wanted to do another CT scan. Now they inject you with iodine to be able to see everything. I hadn't flushed out the iodine from the day before yet, and they're like, "Let's do it again." I'm like, "No," because they needed to add more because it's a bigger organ, and I'm like, "No." Can't you give me a prescription for a muscle relaxant? That's literally all I need because my stomach hurts because my intestines were slamming. And they're like, yeah. Then they come back like 25. I was there for 4 hours. This is right when COVID started. So no one had restrictions yet or whatever. Oh my God, it was bad. I watched Governor Whitmer talk about the shutdown while I was sitting in the waiting room.
Like, oh, this.
I was like, oh, I'm glad I came now.
Great up stuff.
Danger.
So I go and the nurse comes to me and she's like, the doctor wants to talk to you in private. They took my blood. That's like a main thing. They took my blood. And I'm like, okay. They take me to the back of the hospital in this room with one couch, a table, and a box of tissues. That's all that's in this
That's
tiny
where they
ass
tell
room.
you gonna die.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there. I'm alone because Steve was like, I'll just wait here. I texted Steve like, I need you to get the fuck in here. He's like, why? I'm like, they took my blood. Then the doctor needs to talk to me in private. And now I'm in this room with a couch, one chair across from me for the doctor, and a box of tissues. I'm not gonna like this. No one. It looks like no one ever goes back there. Their clock looked older than me, and it didn't work.
No. There you go.
So the doctor comes in and he sits down. He's like, "How are you feeling?" I'm like,
Oh, man.
"I'm in pain from my stomach, but other than that, good." And he's like, "Well, we got your blood work back." I'm like, "Okay." He did the most unnecessary long pause. This is what he did. He's like, "Well, we got your blood work back."
Cricket.
I'm like, "Okay," and he's like, "Oh, you're fine." I'm like,
Oh, man.
then why the
Why-
fuck, sir, am I in this small ass room with tissues.
Am I gonna
It's
die?
for moral support.
He's like, I needed to talk to you in private. I'm like, you couldn't have told me I didn't have cancer out in the fucking hallway?
No, he wanted to make it dramatic. He lives for the dramatic
Oh
effect
my
of being a
God,
doctor.
I
Let
know.
him have his moment.
I know somebody like that, but that's tea we're not going to spill. I was so pissed. And then they like sent me an email. They're like, "How was your experience?" I'm like, 1 star. The fuck? I thought I was gonna die, and the doctor's like, "Oh, you're fine."
Terrifying.
And then,
Absolutely
well, because I hadn't got my results back yet, I had to wait until a whole month later for my doctor to do a video call with me to be like, "It's just a swollen lymph node." I'm like, then why is it still here? She's like,
Yeah.
"Well, it's only 8 millimeters, and we start to get worried at 1 centimeter, and it's not growing, is it?" I'm like, "No, I've had it since January, and it's not growing."
Yeah.
She's like, "Okay." So we talked about my nose surgery because I'm getting my nose done, and then COVID hit. So now that's been pushed back till December. So his eye can only breathe out of one nostril, and I'm dying inside.
It's a Christmas
It's
gift.
a good time.
A true time. Oh, I have a topic for later, but it's fine because it pissed me off during the week, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, nice.
I get pissed off over a lot of things. It's fine.
Girl, calm down.
But
Calm the fuck down.
I get
Please, okay.
mad over dumb shit.
You do.
Steve, I have a dream Steve cheats on me and he's in trouble because dream him fucked up.
But see, like, okay.
As it should be.
True.
Yeah.
What?
Undefeated. That is the-
Truly.
See, you get pissed off. You a short fuse, right? You just go off,
We're working on it in therapy.
and I'm just like, hey guys, like I
She's
don't
the
know what
most
the fuck's
chillest
going.
bitch.
I am like I don't give a fuck about drama. I don't give a fuck about
Meanwhile, I'm
anything.
popping
just
off
like,
of that lady at fucking Meyer and be like, "You try putting a fucking mask on a 2-year-old."
and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, what's up, guy?
Yeah.
If it wasn't your child, and you're like, I will fight. for this
I will
child for you."
fight for that fucking baby because the dad was trying to ignore her and she's following him around the store. Put a mask on your fucking kid. I'm like, first of all, Karen, he's fucking 4. Good luck putting a mask on him.
No, I would do that. Like Max does not. He's 2. He doesn't want to wear a mask.
You hold it to their face, they're gonna panic and scream.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
I've
Why are
tried-
you suffocating me?
I even tried like tying it to his face.
Yeah.
And he like ripped it off and like rubbed his skin off on his neck because he was pulling so hard. But if like anybody came up to me and said, "Hey, your kid needs to wear a mask," I'd be like, "Okay, you can either lose my service or you can try to put on a mask.
Yep.
Good luck."
It's the
My
day we were
kid
looking.
hits.
It's the day we were looking for the PlayStation 4 for Ashley.
I'm like,
That
"Good
was
luck."
a fucking mess.
I'm like, you can. I'm like, here's him here. Here's his mask. Here's my child. I give you permission to try to put it on my kid.
Yeah,
Be
good luck.
careful. My kid hits.
Careful,
normally-
he'll hurt you.
And
all
he
about a
normally has a
True.
toy with him, and he will hit
And it's
you
a
over the head
solid
with it.
toy. It ain't no stuffed animal, boo.
No, it's like a
It's
Nerf
a
gun.
$60 Woody he'll fuck you up with.
No, 90.
Jesus, bitch.
It was a $90 Woody, and it's
I can't say shit. I
broken.
spent $500 on a fucking bird the other day. I can't say shit.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like authentic, like true to the size of how Woody would
Woody
be
would
with,
look.
Yeah.
like with Andy, like. So I was
He
like,
had
all
Andy
right, I'll get
himself
it.
Signed to the bottom of the foot.
I was actually gonna put Max on the bottom of the foot,
Aww.
and then I got Buzz too, which was $90. So I spent 2,000. Wow.
90 plus 90 is 2,000.
That's a lot of money.
We love math.
I'm retarded. I'm dumb, stupid, if you will.
Oh, buddy, they.
So I spent $200 on toys, and Buzz broke first. Buzz didn't even make it like 3 months. He died. He did.
Rest in
like
peace.
As all
he don't
Space
even
Rangers
work. Yeah. And then Woody, he just now finally took his last hurrah because Max threw him in the pool. But I'm like, all right, that's $100 just down the drain. Thanks, kid.
I'd be pissed.
Yeah, and I don't trust kids with anything.
Nope.
No, you can't.
I can't wait to have a baby and then like put my bird on its head
Oh,
and it just freak out and be like, you have to get used to it because this bird ain't going nowhere. If you and the bird don't get along, I'm getting a new kid.
Listen. Yesterday, Max, I was making him no, I was doing the dishes, and I made him food. I made him macaroni, those microwavable
Yeah.
macaroni cups, and he likes salt and pepper, so I did it for him, whatever. And then I guess the kid somehow reached onto the counter and got the salt, and then was just putting the salt everywhere on the floor. I'm like, when did you do this?
Oh,
Like what? Like
that's such a bitch to clean up because the broom it ain't gonna pick it
yeah,
up.
and I'm like still. It's been like 2 days, and
Yep.
I've been sweeping. I'm like, why do I still feel salt?
I did that with the bird seed. I grabbed the bird seed because I have it in a container, and I grabbed it by the lid, and the lid let go. Now these were like small little spheres for bird seed because I had a parakeet, so they eat these small seeds. Thank God that my new bird eats like dried Fruit Loops and shit. Like she eats big. Well, when she's older, she's only 3 months. she'll eat bigger shit, but I can feed her like apples, bananas, shit
Yeah.
like as treats. I dropped it, and my bird's been gone 3 years. No, not fuck 3 years.
That's
My
it.
bird's been gone for.
Oh,
Put it down one more.
goddamn!
There you go.
That bitch was like a freaking airplane.
It's called Whirlpool for a reason. She's fucking with the fan. My bird's been gone for 3 weeks, and I'm still finding it. And this is when I was feeding him. I'm still fucking finding it. I dropped it in the living room. Tell me why. I'm finding it in the fucking bathroom.
It travels.
He didn't like to go anywhere. That's the thing. I'm like, so it's not like he ate it and dropped it. No. Well, he wouldn't let us touch him. So if we go to get him, he would fly away
Yeah.
because he had anxiety. Thank God that this bird is like this bird that I'm getting likes to cuddle. So like I was holding her like she was on my arm right here, and she just nuzzled her head. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah.
And I got to pet her.
Have a lovable bird. Yeah.
The only time I got to pet my bird was when he was dying because he didn't have the energy to move. And I'm like, oh my God, I have not only a talking bird that can learn 500 words. Haha, 500. That's her. Maybe they charge by the amount of words they can learn. No wonder macaws are fucking expensive. They can learn like humans.
Wow.
Apparently, toucans can talk. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We were in the bird
Fruity
store.
Pebbles.
We were in the bird store, and this lady's like, "Oh, you're pretty," and he
Wait.
goes, "Sir." I'm like, "It's a woman." First of all, second of all, that was a whole ass toucan that just said the word "sir."
Wait, Toucan is the one on the Fruit Loop
Yes,
box.
that's a toucan. I
Duh.
didn't know they could
Duh.
talk.
He has his own commercial.
I'm gonna beat your ass. You want to take this outside?
You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside?
But anyway, thank you guys for supporting my song coming out. I was very nervous to put it out because last time I did music, it did not go well. But now I have an actual producer, and it's a studio. I'm making a studio album. Yeah, I'm having a new EP coming out. I don't know when, because making music independently is very expensive.
Oh yes.
I
Yes,
would
it
like
is.
to do 1 or 2 music videos, but my friend who's into, she did film. She went to film school, so she's got the camera to do it. Number one, I don't know how much she would charge for something like that, and you know where I live. I'm poor. Yeah, even though I could buy her fucking life, but yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
She's moving to North Carolina, so I'm like, if I'm gonna do these music videos, number one, I gotta push this album quick. Number two, I need her to help me film these videos quickly. So my EP is called Sad Souls, and it's not all sad. I think I have like 6 tracks. One of them is just instrumental, like a piano intro to the entire album
Yeah.
that I did by myself. Like the producer didn't do it. I did it.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm trying to learn how to play piano because I want to be like Amy Lee, even though it's never gonna fucking happen. Because she's been doing this since she went to school for composing. So the bitch knows what she's doing.
Just a little bit. Yeah.
I have a keyboard
That's all you need.
that I haven't played in like a year.
Hey, have you ever tried to teach yourself guitar?
Yes, I
It
have
sucks.
blisters.
Like literally, my parents were like, "Oh, let's give you something to do. Here's a guitar, an amp, and a book. Have fun." And they would lock me in my
Uh-huh.
room. I'm like, "You cannot lock an ADHD child in a room and expect them to learn."
I will bounce off the walls.
Yeah,
I
the
did
guitar's
not
like
learn
that.
shit.
I thought about taking piano lessons, but I feel like I'm too old.
I feel like
No, you're never too old to learn music.
I'm not gonna get it as quickly as I would have if I was younger. Is
Yeah,
the
you
thing.
were talking-
Because if I would have, I asked to take piano lessons when I was younger. No one wanted me to do it. I also asked to play the saxophone when I was younger. I was never allowed to do it, but now my fucking sister can do it.
Oh no, I asked. Okay, so I'm ADD, right?
Very much.
I'm very, and I was worse when I was a child. just a tad.
Just a tad.
But I was worse when I was a child, and I remember I think it was YMCA or something like that on the military base where I lived. And I remember my parents were working out, and I was being a hyper ass little child, running all over the place. Why would you take your child to a gym? Just a question. Like
Here's the dumbbells.
why?
Yeah,
What?
get some
Throw
weights.
it to mommy.
I'm like, why am I here in the first place? But anyways, there was this room that I walked past, and there was all these kids doing karate.
I
And
thought she was gonna say crack.
As all kids do.
There's all these kids in the corner doing crack.
All the cool kids were doing it.
yeah, but like I walked
True.
by, and I pointed to my mom. I'm like, why? I want to do that. I want to do karate. And she's like, no, those are for normal kids. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like,
What a little
only good kids that can
bitch.
sit still can do that class. I'm like, oh. So for the longest time, I thought I could not do karate because I wasn't a normal kid.
Oh my god.
Aw.
See, when my mom said, "Oh, you're not a normal kid," I thought it was because, "Oh, I'm just special," and no, it's because I'm a fag. Like that's why she said that shit. And I'm like,
Well,
okay.
then like I don't know. Let's fast forward to like I think it was like 23 or something like that. And I said something about karate and how she didn't let me do it. She's like, "Yeah, maybe I should have put you in a karate. Maybe it would have helped your ass." I'm like, "The
But
fuck?"
see, I still feel like you could whoop a bitch's ass
Oh yeah.
without karate. I never took karate, and I've beat up multiple fucking people. Not proud of it, but I've done it.
Yeah, someone's got to do it.
True. Someone got to put them bitches in their place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like okay, earlier we were talking about how you
T.
you how you like you get set off
I do.
easily.
Very.
And I'm over
I'm
here
working
just
on it.
I'm just like chill
You're
as
good, though.
hell.
My psychiatrist is like, wow.
Like, wow, girl, I get chill.
She's saying it's linked to my paranoia. I'm like, I think that just is an anger issue. I'm not a professional, but my guess is just anger issue.
Just
Now, I
anger.
lock my door while I'm home and keep it unlocked when I'm not home. That's paranoia.
Yeah, just a little
Yeah,
bit.
just a little bit.
She's like, get a service dog. Got a service dog. He needs a fucking service dog. The wind scares him.
Oh, zero.
But yes, my new EP is called Sad Souls. I want it to be out by Thanksgiving. But again, money.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Then we're starting Spirit soon, and my Spirit money is directed towards Christmas presents because I pop the fuck off on Christmas. Teehee, no, haha, I buy lots of shit.
Yes. You
Ashley's gift we've already got. Like, don't get that bitch anything. We bought her a PlayStation 4. God damn it!
did. If she got a PlayStation 5, I was not there, and I'm pissed.
Megan's like, you bought her one and not me?
I was like, the fuck?
She'd be like, first of all, you buy one at your house so we can come play it.
Oh yeah.
Also, I've heard a rumor that there's going to be a new VR for PlayStation 5. And I'm like, I just got the normal one.
I know.
Like last year.
You know
what the fuck?
The VR is at Myers.
Is it really?
Yeah, and I was gonna.
Myers?
Yeah, the one on 16 in Van Dyke.
Mm-hmm.
I went there and there was 2 VRs just sitting there, but they didn't have a price, and one I couldn't find anybody.
$330 is how much they cost. Brand new.
No,
Okay.
they'll charge you what they want as soon as they see how much money you have. They gotta
Like-
run your credit first.
Oh.
You tell them you're broke. I bought mine for. I got lucky as fuck with mine. I got mine for $100.
Oh
The
yeah.
camera, the
Ooh,
headset, the
yeah.
box. I got mine for $100.
Oh, that's nice.
I got it on fucking Letgo. I got lucky as shit. And Steve was like, "Why are you getting it?" I'm like, "Because I'm not going to find it that price anywhere
Oh,
else."
Yeah.
Because like you look now, it's like $500.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like,
because
"Bitch,
they come
don't
with,
up the
but
price.
they sell the bundles because they come with games.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I get upping the price because of that, but 500 PS4s are less than that. You're telling me I'm going to spend more money on a fucking attachment? No.
But
No.
My
Yeah.
extra 2 terabytes were like $80.
I was gonna buy it, but nobody was around to unlock it or tell me how much it was. So I'm like, all right, you losing my business. Bye.
That's
I
when
was
you're an
offended.
asshole and go, "Can I have somebody in the
Somebody help
fucking
me."
electronics, please?" And they're like, "Sure." I'm like, "Thank you." And then just walk away like a fucking. I'm such a bitch. I love it though. I'm working on it.
I am not. Complete opposite.
But see, the thing is like, if I'm out with you and someone's fucking with you, they won't do it for
Half
long.
the time people do fuck with me and I don't even know.
Oh, I'll know, and I'll be
'Cause,
like, I'll spit in your fucking mouth.
one
Like, don't
time I
fucking
was-
talk to her like that.
One time I was driving and
No
I guess
sexual.
I did like
I have
something.
socks on.
Oh, yeah.
I did something wrong, I guess, when I was driving, and somebody like flipped me off, and I'm like, I didn't even notice, but like my passenger was like, "Hey, they were flipping you off and yell at you." I'm like, "Oh, why?" I'm like, I didn't
Why
do.
would
it. I
they
don't
do
know
such a
what did
thing?
I do.
I have a horrible road rage. I've gotten out of my. I have a crowbar in my car.
Oh, God
I've
damn.
gotten out of my car at a red light and smashed someone's windshield with my crowbar.
Yeah, you might
I
wanna-
got
you might wanna have
arrested,
that a
but
little bit out of post. You know.
I got arrested for it, but that's when I started going to therapy about anger management because they're like, "Do you want to do anger management classes?" I'm like, "No." Do you
Guess
want
I
to go?
have
Do
to.
you want to go to jail? No one wants to go to jail.
Right.
But yeah, my new EP, Sad Souls, coming soon.
Yeah,
It'll be
like,
only
comment, subscribe.
6 songs. Yeah, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe, guys. It really helps me out. Help Daddy pay your bills. So honest thoughts. What did you think? Again, because I'm always open for suggestions. Like I asked my producer, what could we do different? How was it? Because he works with a lot of people and he's based in Canada. So like I do video chats with him. Like, how can we make it better? Like, how was it bad? And he's like, you were patchy in some spots. I'm like, okay, but here's the thing. I stayed up all night because I have this thing about singing in front of people. So Steve went to work, and as soon as he left, I recorded it. I stayed up all night to make sure I would record it. So when I stay up all night, my throat gets very dry, no matter how much water should I drink. which I did drink water when I was recording. Thank you, Megan.
Mhm.
And
Water
I
is
can only
key.
breathe out of one nose.
Yeah.
So I told him that. He's like, oh, okay, well, don't stay up all night just to record. Like, if you have to take your equipment to your car, maybe do that. So that way it's not as echoey, I guess. He's like, maybe get a different microphone for recording. I'm like, but I spent $400 on these. Like,
Right.
I just already spent so much money. He's like, get a Yeti. I'm like, they are $100 for a microphone.
Yeah, there's something that you can put up on your walls that like bounce sound waves
It's
back to.
soundproof pad.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah,
$30 for 80
You
pieces.
just go to McDonald's and you get cup holders. We do this cheap. Think cheap.
Yeah, get a large cup from McDonald's.
You can also
put
put
your
up
phone in it.
blankets. That's all I'm saying. We could just buy blankets because I wanted to buy more. I want the Widowmaker blanket I found on Amazon. Anyway, off topic. What did you guys think when you heard it?
Well,
Because again, been a long time.
It was a lot. There was a lot of auto tune.
Yes,
There was a lot of auto tune.
I told him to cut back on that.
see, I didn't think that the auto tune made it worse
Mhm.
because it made it sound almost familiar to other
Song.
other songs that I've
Yeah.
heard where it's like these like I could see this as a professional song
Mhm.
where it's like yeah I could
With the amount of money I paid, it fucking better be.
yeah but
Yeah.
I can see like a for a celebrity or whoever like making a song of this quality and it's
Right.
like that's normal like if you look at some of the worst celebrity singers in my opinion like
Right.
Logan and Drake Paul
Thank you. I don't like them.
well
No
it's-
tea, no shade. Don't come for me. But you're not my. I'm not. I don't hate you. Nothing against you. I'm just not a fan, and that's fine.
yeah and it's like but in terms of quality it's like it's that quality of course they're not professional singers they're
Right.
bloggers
I'm
but,
fucking independent.
yeah like you're independent so
Right.
it's like it's really good but if you were on Genius to
Oh.
say and you had to let's see dissect your lyrics
Yep.
how would you like what would you think like the meaning of the song was because like I was vibing with it
Me personally.
yeah but
So I didn't want to be so up forward. The song essentially is about your significant other sneaking around.
yeah
So when I use the words shadow dancing, you and I had a couple different meanings for the terms shadow dancing. So to me, shadow dancing would be your shadows are dark, and that's the time you would be going out to do things like this. Is your shadows are dancing at night with someone else, like your two shadows are dancing at night.
Right.
So you're dancing with somebody else, but I'm at home.
yeah
One of the lyrics is I have them written down was don't lose control and come back home. So don't like let your urges dictate what you're doing. Just come back home and don't do it.
yeah
Is
Right.
essentially that was the whole meaning of that song was the because it's not a secret. People have read my book
yeah
that I've been cheated on by Dan, by Steve. Like people just like to cheat on me.
yeah
Same.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, I get it.
yeah someone's got to do it
He's fucking.
Ooh, that was funny.
I'll whoop your fucking ass. You buying a house? I'll light that bitch aflame. Don't even try me. Oh, I can't say that. I've been accused of it. Oops.
Like, oh shit.
I was accused of trying to burn someone's house down.
I'm legally obligated to say that I won
I did not do it. It's been proven it didn't even happen.
You
so
were at work
we're
when it
fine. I was
supposedly
working when
happened.
it happened. I was driving for a shift, and they're like, they tried to burn my house down in this car. I'm like, first of all, I drive SUVs. If I drive a car, I'm crashing it. Don't know what my problem is, but it always happens. I didn't do it, so fuck off. You're just pissed off at me. Leave me the fuck alone. You're out of my life. Don't fucking talk to me. So shadow dancing, that's what the song's about. Is like sneaking around. Of the you can come home. Don't like fight your urges. I've been by your side this whole time. I laid with you. I gave to you. I prayed with you, and everything I do is for you. Was the bridge, I guess. I don't know song terms. I just kind of do it. That was what the song was about. So, and the other term of shadow dancing is the shadows are like known for sneaky, like being sneaky, and like
oh yeah symbolism
sometimes they appear, sometimes they don't. So when I say shadow dancing, it'd be like you're sneakily dancing around with somebody else. So without saying the word fucking
Whoa.
somebody else, like you're
Yep.
sneakily dancing with somebody else because I didn't want it to be demonetized. I wanted
Right.
everybody to hear it, so I didn't swear.
What if? Have you ever seen a shadow
Yeah.
in your house?
Yes, shadow people.
Just
I
like,
believe in shadow people.
Just like you think something's there and it's not there.
I saw it the other day. I thought I saw like the cat maybe because she's gray, just like zip across the ceiling. I'm like, why is she on the ceiling? And then I stopped myself. I'm like, oh, I'm being stupid. The fuck? She she can't go on the ceiling.
Oh right.
And I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm haunted by my ex-husband. It
Oh my
happens.
gosh. So like my biggest fear is like moving into a house or buying a house that has like some kind of haunting
That's
in
why I
it.
kind of want a new build because I'm like, I don't got time to deal with the
Like
demons.
I think that would be my biggest fear. Like people are like, "Oh, you're so stupid. There's no such thing as ghosts and demons." Bitch, there is
Yes, there
spirits.
is.
There
Oh,
is
yeah.
shit going on. There is a spirit.
Now,
No,
okay,
thank
my
you.
opinion, I believe ghosts and demons exist. However, I don't think heaven and hell exist.
I don't think.
I believe that if you were a bad person in your life, you are punished by being a demon. Not saying that you basically when you do murder and shit, you have no control of yourself after the afterlife. You just have this evil take
Yeah.
over you, or you have the option to. Do you just want to like be in limbo and watch life go on, or do you want to be someone's guardian, like stuff like that? I
Oh
believe
my
in something
god.
weird. I don't believe in God or Satan.
So
Since I'm Wiccan, people are like, "Oh, you believe in Satan?" Be like, no, that's not what that is.
so
Wiccan's like
like if
earthy.
if limbo is like real,
Yeah,
can you imagine those people watching the world right now? They'd be
they're
having
just
their
like, "Oh my
popcorn,
god,
like,
thank
oh my
God it was
god,
my time."
like oh my god, this is getting interesting. Get the popcorn. Come on, let's watch.
They're just imagining like, "What do you think they're gonna do?" I'm like, "Oh, plot twist."
Like
Yeah, Earth
they're
is
probably just
definitely on its last season right now.
Yep.
They're trying to kill off all the characters.
Series finale.
Yep. This
I
is
literally
the
said in a YouTube video, I'm like,
finale.
the world is ending. Why are we still racist? I don't understand. The world is fucking ending, and y'all over here still being racist.
right.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't get it.
I know. I'm like,
So how did reversing the question? How did you two interpret shadow dancing?
I
Did the
don't know.
title throw you off from what
I
the song sounded like?
for
Like,
some reason I thought it was about wolves.
did I howl?
I don't know. I guess because
I
I
don't
think
know. There
it's
was a lot of reverb, so I just figured.
There was so much reverb, and that was another thing we talked about. Cause okay, here's the thing. He said send me backup vocals to like layer it. So like if I was holding a long note, he'd put vocals behind
like
it.
layer it.
Oh, yeah.
He did not do it. And I was like, then what was the point of me spending the extra hour recording background vocals if you weren't gonna use them?
It's for moral support.
No, well, it was also my first time working with him, so now where he's learning how my style of music is and what I expect.
Yeah.
And like I'm paying you a lot of fucking money to do it right, which he didn't do a bad job.
No.
I liked the tune. It was very catchy. Like I know it's my song, and it's probably just me boating myself, but I catch myself like not even the words, just the beat of it,
Yeah.
like repeating in my head, and I'm like, nah, I gotta listen to it. So what did you
Oh.
guys think of it? There was a lot of reverb, and there were certain spots that auto tune happened, but I feel like what he did was I took a gap in like the very first verse.
Yeah.
It goes, oh fuck, I forgot. I cannot stand the fighting. Oh, the answer is no. After every time I asked, the answer is no. There was a gap, and it goes into what have you been hiding? He altered it so instead of it going having a pause, it went every time I asked, the answer is no. What have you been hiding right away? So that's where I felt the auto tune the most, and I heard the auto tune very harshly in the bridge.
Yeah.
But not fun fact. When I held my note, that wasn't auto tuned. He didn't touch that part.
Oh wow.
So I was like, okay, proud, teehee. The next song will have a lot more longer notes, which I'm nervous to do, but it'll be a more upbeat song.
Yeah.
And when I heard that, I was like, okay, it was based off Demi Lovato's Wildfire, which is kind of like an upbeat, slow song, and he delivered what I asked for.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I need a bop,
A real bop.
a real bop. So what did you guys interpret shadow dancing meaning?
Like I
Well,
said,
like
I
the
thought
term
about
and the song.
wolves. I don't know why. I guess it's just because I know you and you have wolves
Everywhere, except for on my
everywhere.
body. I think that's my next tat is wolves.
See,
So I
I
don't
could
know
tell it was
why.
very emotional, but I didn't catch on to the shadow part
Hmm
at any time. So
She's choking. It's
I'm
fine. We're not sucking dick. She's just drinking incorrectly.
oh man, it's the third
Yeah.
time this week. So
I'm gonna scream.
oh man. No, but I
It's been a
didn't.
month for me.
Ooh. But I didn't get the shadow dancing part. And so when I was listening to it, I thought this is very emotional. I
Mhm.
don't know what it's about yet, but it's like I feel it.
Right.
And it wasn't one of those where I was sitting there trying to dissect the lyrics.
Mhm.
I was more so trying to like feel the song because I could
Right.
like it was just powerful.
Thank you.
Touch
Yes,
my
it was nice.
body. Wait.
Imagine me making a song of "Touch My Body." They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, bumpy." Like, you have a lot of bones.
Oh man.
Be like,
I
you
mean,
don't know.
I got it. I was like T. I'm like I was there.
She's like, it's about wolves. It's a great song.
Oh, yes, I
Here,
love
Max,
it.
listen to this. It's about wolves.
I should
Meanwhile, stop putting your dick in other people.
I should have retweeted it. And said, it's
It's
about
about wolves.
wolves.
Oh, Tana Mojo would never.
And they'd be like, "What?"
They'd
And
be like, this is not about wolves. Ma'am, are you okay?
no, eventually, no.
It was
I'm gonna wait.
great. So thank you, Bolt, for listening to it and
yeah.
supporting it. Um, Lightning's coming out soon.
Yes.
As far as copy wise, we only have 7 slots left.
Cannot wait.
So if y'all need to know anybody that wants a book, okay, let me clear this up very quickly because there's been a lot of confusion with the
Oh, yeah.
pre-order slash pre-save. So right now it's in pre-save. There is no pre-order. When you go to the website, you have to go to the website. You cannot just text me that you want the book. It's not going through me. You are sending that email to the publishing house. They're the ones keeping track of how many orders we have. The website's incorrect. It still says 25. We only need 7. 7 slots are left. The book is $25. You will get an email once the book has reached the cap at 25. After that email, it will give you 1 week. I know in my YouTube video that's coming out, I said 3 days. It'll give you 1 week to give your payment. You can either give your payment to me in cash or you can do Venmo, whatever. As long as you give me the $25, your book will be ordered. After the book is ordered, it will come to my house where I will sign it, write the note for you. I will either deliver it personally to you or I will ship it because I had a couple people from out of state asking about it if I do shipping. I do shipping. If you order from out of state, it ships for free. That is why the book is $25. I'm only making a $6 profit. Now, if you're out of state and you need it shipped, the price doesn't go up for shipping. I pay for the shipping out of my pocket.
Okay.
So if you want to pre-save, if you got 25 bucks. And I'm getting comments like that's too much for a hardcover. I'm like, it's a hardcover gloss finish that I self-published and it's being delivered to me and I'm delivering it to you or shipping for free with my signature in the book. To me, that's not a bad price.
Oh yeah.
Considering you get a personal note in the book as well.
Especially when you're only getting like
$6.
Yeah, like that's a fourth of the price right
Yeah.
there. That's not.
Well, it
Wait,
costs.
did I pay for it?
You didn't pay for it. Dad did. You pre-saved it. You're on the list.
I was drunk when this happened.
You pre-saved. You did pre-save. You were the first person.
Yeah.
Actually, you were the very first person. As soon as the link went up, they sent me an email saying that slot 1's been taken because they have it in slots. There's 25 slots. You have slot 1. So the way that it's working is I'm keeping track of who has what slot, and you will get delivered the book going towards your slot. So since you were the first person, you are getting your book first before anybody else, and then it goes down the list. Hannah, I think, was 6. Her mom pre-ordered before she did.
I told her as soon as it dropped.
Oh, she told me. She told me. He's like, I'm just a better fan, a better friend.
I called her a big fan.
I know. I'm like, you a fake fan, baby. You a fake
I
fan.
wanted to link to
I'm
the
a fake
song
fan.
and
You haven't read it. Don't talk to me about it.
I have the
Well-
notification bell.
Yeah.
Audible.
Oh my God.
Get everything.
He's
Audible.
like, I'm notified. I got it going.
Audible.
She's waiting for Audible.
I don't read.
Like it's gonna happen. I'll make the Audible. The fuck. I'll email it to you. I'm
If-
charging
No,
40 for
listen.
the fucking Audible though.
Listen, just come over to my house every night and just read a couple pages until I fall asleep.
That is not a bedtime
Bedtime
story.
story?
I'm just gonna sit there like, and I sucked his dick. And you're like, my favorite part.
Let me cuddle up in bed.
Be like, ooh, this is a cozy story. And be like, I slit my wrist and be like, ooh, blood.
Yes.
Night, mom.
Nightmare fuel.
Thanks, mom. You're great. But yeah, my new EP is coming out hopefully by Christmas time, and I'm very excited. It's a studio one, and I think that's like where I'm most excited is that it's a studio album. So Jason,
Yes.
we don't know about you. Tell us about you, because you're new. I know you've been listening.
Yeah, there's not much to know.
True.
I got like nothing going on right now since
COVID.
yeah, COVID. And I was supposed to go to the gym like yesterday.
Yeah.
They closed.
Yeah.
I don't
Today
know.
they were supposed to open, right?
No, they were already open and they closed.
Okay, so
Like they
I
were
went
open
to
for
the-
like 24 hours. Well,
I-
somewhere.
I went to the gym. I was Planet Fitness.
Mhm.
I was up all night. It was 4 o'clock in the morning at this point, and I was like, the gym opens up at 5 a.m. I'm going to hit the gym at 5 a.m. and I'm just going to leave sometime later in the morning. So I get there. I'm the first person that is in the parking lot, and there's no one else there except for 2 other cars, and both those cars were the workers. The workers are inside setting up the store. Now, a few minutes go by, and it's supposed to open. It's 5 a.m. at this point, and I see people going to the door, and then they get stopped by one of the workers, and then they kind of throw their hands up in the air and they just walk away. And,
Like, well,
yeah, and I'm like, okay, well that was weird. I don't know, like maybe they pushed back the times. So I called them and I was like, hey, just curious, what time do you guys open?
Mhm.
Thinking that, oh yeah, they were just gonna wait, um, or open up a little bit later. And they were just like, oh yeah, Whitmer extended the gym closing
Yeah.
at 9 p.m. yesterday night.
Because cases were spiking again.
Yeah, and well,
Yeah.
it was me and a few other people in that parking lot,
Mhm.
and we were all waiting.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like
An
so.
email would have been nice.
Yeah, but the thing is, the workers came there to open the store. They
Yeah,
didn't even know
they
about
didn't
it.
even know.
Yeah, they didn't. They weren't told it until like it was like 4:45, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we just got an email from our
5 minutes
bosses."
before open,
Yeah,
they're like,
like-
hey, never mind, abort, abort.
Yeah, exactly.
My
like,
where
oh,
some of my friends were on Snapchat saying, "Oh, finally back in the gym," and then like an hour later, the report came out saying that they're closing the gyms. But
is so
there
weird.
is one gym somewhere that is open because my friend
Around
is-
here?
I don't. It has to be around here because they live around us. But one of my friends is at a gym right now working out.
Heffa.
So somewhere they're probably open without being known.
Right.
Yeah.
Being sneaky
So-
about
They
it.
have gym speakeasies now. Where
Yeah.
you got to go to the gym underground.
Gym speak. Really quick, I had a really fucking weird dream last night.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know the show The 100?
Yeah.
I had a dream I was on the Ark,
Like
the
Noah's?
space station.
Yeah.
Oh.
They call it the Ark.
I said
I
Noah's
was like
Ark?
walking through doors and people were dead and you were there. You were like float the bitch, which means you get put in. You get when you commit a crime up in the Ark, they float you. They throw you into space. They kill
I would
you.
have so much fun.
You
Oh.
die, bitch. You don't get a
Oh,
suit.
you don't get a suit.
No,
Oh,
they just
then
put you. That's
no.
their execution. So you were like
Oh.
float the bitch. I'm like, who are you talking about? And
Oh,
apparently you
that's
have like a
so
4-year-old daughter, and you're like float her. I'm like, what the fuck? Why?
Float that.
Wow.
That was literally it. I slept for 20 minutes. I had a nap. You know me and my naps.
Yeah.
I take 8-hour naps to 8 to 25-hour naps is normally my thing. And you were just like float the bitch. I'm like, what the fuck she do? And you're like, I don't know. Like, then why are we floating her? What'd she do?
Why wouldn't you float?
Anyway, we have some questions.
Yay.
Today's podcast is gonna be shorter. We're gonna shorten the podcast down to 45 minutes because I have gotten comments that it is very long. What sound do you love? We'll
What
start with you.
sound?
What sound do you love? I love the quiet. No, that's not my sound.
Okay. I think like just being up north and like at
Like
a lake.
naturey,
Yeah.
nature sounds.
I'm very naturey.
Yes, you are, and it's disgusting me.
Actually, you know what? I had an epiphany
Okay.
last weekend, last Saturday. I had an epiphany.
I
I'm
should
like,
live in a tree.
yes, but I was like riding on this my sister's boyfriend's jet ski, and I'm like, wow, I'm a whole ass lake girl. Because if I think about it, I grew up on a lake.
Yeah.
I would go. We had a family cottage on a family lake,
What's it like to be rich?
and then like and my dad is now living on a lake, and I'm like, I know
Like
how
to have a
like,
rich dad.
dock boats. I know how to ride boats. I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, I'm a lake girl. I have a label. I have a label.
Mine
guys.
is ew.
But that was my epiphany.
What sound? I love your epiphany. What sound do you love?
Okay. Well.
Moaning. If you say I will kill you. He's like, damn it.
Great. I gotta think of something. Well, it depends on what I'm doing and
Who I'm doing. I'm sorry.
or like what state of mind I'm in.
Right.
When I am high at any given time, I'm legally obligated to say that I'm never high. But
It's legal.
hypothetically speaking, if I were to get high, the sounds that I like are every space sound, every noise where it's like space ambience. Now,
Oh,
I mean, if you go out in space, you're not going to hear anything because sound doesn't travel.
Right.
However, it's
Mine
like,
would.
you know the sci-fi noises where it's like
Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
yeah
Yeah.
it's like-
I've watched a little Star Wars. I
Yeah,
know the
it's-
gun sounds.
oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I know the bear
flush you.
growls. That's all I know.
I'm gonna flush you down the toilet for
Yeah.
that.
I really enjoy that. Yeah. That's
Sends Haley a message. Why do they have a bear? Did you just call Chewbacca a bear? Yeah, he growled a lot. He's angry.
Oh yeah. And then if
Oh
I'm
my
just
God.
like sober in my car, I love the sound of like 50s music. And
Really?
Because it's like
Swingers.
yeah, it's but like it's
It's
nostalgic.
different.
but,
Yeah.
like it shouldn't be nostalgic for me.
But it is.
But it is.
Maybe
and
you're
I'm
an
like,
old soul.
Yeah, I get that.
Old
a
I
lot.
am a
yeah.
brand new soul. I've noticed that.
I'm
Although I
brand
will
new.
have flashbacks. Like I'll have flashbacks of like getting bit by a shark, and I will like feel, and I'm like, I had probably lived a lot, and I've like suppressed it.
Yep.
My favorite sound, honestly, because I told you that birdcage being empty is literally driving me up a fucking wall.
You like the sound
Yeah.
of
I
your bird.
love the sound. I loved the sound of parakeets. And I didn't just go buy a bird. I went to go meet one because I wanted to know the sounds they make. I
Yeah.
can't stand macaws. We went to go view a macaw, and when I tell you he screamed as loud as a child that had its leg ripped off because his food wasn't right. I went, "Oh my god.
No.
Cockatoos I can deal with because fine."
Yeah.
He was like like holding it. I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And she's like, "I put the wrong food in." I'm like,
This is not caviar.
Jesus Christ! And he normally ate like spaghettios or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Jeff
okay, I
Bezos
mean,
gets pescadios? I don't get pescadios.
yeah, you can give like your macaw, you can give like cockatoos pescettios, pixie
Pescadios.
disnar. Um, so I went to go meet this bird, and he instead of the chirping,
Yeah.
but he'll mimic sounds. So if I go, he'll go. I
Aw.
love those
Yeah, that's
sounds,
nice.
and I got a baby, so I get to experience
Did
them
I put
learning how to
deodorant
do that,
on?
huh? I have extra if you need it.
I like how I just
I've had to put
interrupted you.
deodorant on
I'm
4
like, did I
times
put
today.
deodorant
I had to
Yeah.
put antiperspirant on 4 times today because I'm just a sweaty hog. But I love the sound of bird chirps.
Yeah.
I love it, especially when it's like my own bird. And I'm like, oh my god, it's so nice. Because as soon as Cloud died, I was like,
It's
oh, I
quiet.
don't like this at all. I got very uncomfortable. Let's see, what else do we have? What is your first? Oh, I'm sorry, that's dumb. Sorry. At what age did you become an adult? Like mentally or legally?
Yes.
Legally,
Okay, so
18.
legally 18. Mentally,
I mean,
I'm still a whole ass
she
child.
is. I think mentally for me it was like 14 because that's when I really started like taking care of my sister more often. And I grew up in an alcoholic family. That's not
oh
a
yeah.
secret. So like I felt, and I had to like babysit my parents too. Like not both my parents, but my dad's always been a fucking child. I love that for you. I always had to babysit my dad. I and my mom and my stepdad. It was the I'm not going to bed until they go to bed because there was an incident that happened that I don't want to really talk about. You can read Lightning if you want to know about it, but I didn't want that to ever happen again. So I would stay awake at 14 until they were asleep in bed because I just didn't want to deal with that again. And I've always done that. And now my sister, I take care of my sister in the sense of she comes to me when I have issues. So I feel like I grew up very young.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Well, when I was 15, as soon as I was old enough to get a job, I had to get a job, and then I also had to pay bills.
Right.
Um, where it was just me and my single mother, and she couldn't she couldn't hold a job for too long. I don't know what her reasoning was. Sometimes it would just get overwhelming, but there was times where I was the one paying the bills, and I'm a 15-year-old making
Right.
minimum wage. Minimum wage when I started that was 7.25.
Yep.
So
It was bad.
and I was paying the bills. I was literally working overtime. I'm legally obligated to say that I was not working overtime as a minor.
You know,
However,
we're a legal friendly channel.
yes. So
Podcast, whatever. This isn't YouTube.
yeah, exactly. But if I was going to, since I was going to school, sometimes I'd even, if it was like a half day, I just leave school early and I just go straight to work. So it's like
I
when
mean,
I was
great time.
15, I had to start paying bills. Yeah, I'd say I was an adult.
Yeah. Like people are like, oh, just because you pay bills doesn't mean you're a fucking adult. I'm like, Karen, yeah, the fuck it does. My mom tried telling me I wasn't an adult. I'm like, I'm 18 years old. I have my own fucking apartment. I have a full time job, and I'm engaged for the second time. Bitch, I think I'm a fucking adult.
The second time.
The second time. The last question was, do you get along with your parents?
I have every number that my mother has ever contacted me on blocked.
Oh,
I only talk to my
so no.
no. It's funny because she actually called me today, and
Dead as fuck.
yeah, it's but the number
Flush
goes
her.
through, but it goes straight to voicemail. I'm like, okay, I know I blocked that number. She called me on 2 different numbers, but one went through. Like a week ago, one went through, and I was like, okay, I don't know who this number is,
Hello.
so I don't answer unknown numbers. And I'm like, okay, it's probably someone I don't want to talk to.
Right, and it's not like you're actively looking for a job.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I'm not expecting any calls. I'm not gonna answer.
Right.
So yeah, sure enough, it was her. I listened to the voicemail, and she's like, yeah, call me back. First thing I did, block the number.
And you're like, ugh, trash.
Yeah, exactly. Just put this in the trash. But I only talk to my father
Delete.
like once, twice a year, and this we don't have any like bad blood between us. It's just that
I feel like that just naturally happens
Yeah.
as you get older. Because I
Yeah.
know I talked to my parents a lot less than when I was younger.
oh yeah,
I think that just happens.
I don't.
I'm sorry about your
I just
mom
have-
thing, but delete.
No, I
yeah.
think it was like
No, I just have no
complete
reason.
opposite.
Okay.
Like it was completely opposite. Like I talked to my parents less, yet less when I was a child. and
Really?
More now,
Really?
but I still don't have like. I had real bad relationship with both my parents. my mom first. My mom lives with me,
Mhm.
and oh my god, I understand everything now
Well,
with
you're a
my
mom
dad.
now.
No, I understand why my dad drank. I'm like,
Oh
God
man.
damn. I'm
You're
like,
like Jesus. I need a fifth just to deal with you.
I know. She sometimes she comes in, she's like, Meg, guess what? This what happened. This girl.
You're like, what, ma?
I'm like, I'm playing video games. I don't want to talk about your work because I don't know who these people are.
You know Cassandra? No. Okay,
Who?
well,
Casserole.
she did. Do you know Casserole?
Yeah.
Do you know Below?
Ugh. Actually, me and my dad, we were always. I was daddy's little girl.
I just realized something really quick. We didn't talk about prostate and booty hole, but that'll be the next one. Sorry, I know.
Ha!
I know.
skipped
Oh,
another
I know.
podcast.
I know Jake and Nick are probably listening and waiting for it. I'll do it next episode. It'll be episode 12. By the way, our season finale is coming up because apparently we're opening up sooner than we thought.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I figured for the last episode we would film it for YouTube and do like an emo day.
An emo day, bitch.
Yeah, get like all emoed up, and I have black eyeliner. I'll
but
lend
isn't
you.
that
You're
just
fine.
every day?
For me, yeah.
Right?
I wear all
Like,
black. Well, today I'm wearing gray eyeshadow, so I mean it's a switch. I mean my clothing is black, but
barely can tell, but
I have a
okay.
black short-haired wig I'll even wear.
Oh my god.
I'll look weird as hell.
That's a disturbing thought.
What was the question? Do you get along with your parents?
Yes.
Oh my god, way to just totally fumble.
My sister walked in and
Ooh.
fell down. It's fine. Or she dropped a book and it tumbled.
She's sitting here like, shh, don't bother me.
She's like, "Don't tell
Shh,
them."
shh, don't.
I get along. I tolerate my parents.
Yeah.
I get along more with my dad, but I still tolerate him because I feel like I had to raise them.
Yeah.
Tell my mom like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that. That's fucking wrong. As a 15-year-old, I'm like, I fucking know that, and that's you and your husband shouldn't be fucking doing that. Dad, you're not a fucking teenager. You shouldn't be fucking doing that. I'm the teenager. I should be doing shit like that. But if
Yeah.
I ever did it, I got in trouble. I got married at a fucking young age, and I didn't tell any of them because they didn't know I was gay. And I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking tell you because number one, my grandma was super fucking Catholic.
Yeah.
The thing is my mom isn't. I got fucked. My mom is an alcoholic. My dad is a pathological liar.
Oh.
Oh.
A great combo.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they made me,
The gin and
Hi.
tonic.
who does cocaine, who used to do cocaine
Yeah.
and was an escort for 2 years.
Only two.
Only 2.
Oh.
Because then I got married and I was like, okay, if I'm married, I'm not gonna do that. It
Okay,
was
makes
good
sense.
fucking money though. But I get along with my parents. But I'm very vocal about it.
Situation.
In my opinion, if you are doing something in my opinion that I don't necessarily like you witnessed it, I will fucking go off at you.
Oh yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Steve, my fiance tells me all the time, he's like, you need to talk to them calmer. I'm like, but you don't understand my parents. You
Like,
can talk to
sometimes
them
you
as
have
calm as
to-
you want. They won't listen. You
Yeah.
scream at them and
They'll
get their
listen.
attention, they will fucking pay attention.
Oh yeah.
Me and my aunt got into this big fucking ass argument because me and my aunt were arguing because I told her that I was going to give my dad my car and my will. My aunt leases her cars. My mom has a car. My dad doesn't have his own car. Why is it your fucking business if I give my dad my car and my fucking will? It's my goddamn car
Yeah.
and my will, first of all. Second of all, why are you anticipating me dying soon? I have a will because I have Crohn's, and that pushes cancer a little hard on your body.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
second time I did that.
They really want a car.
yeah. And it's a shitty car. I had like a Blazer at the time.
You know, if you go on Gratiot, there's about like 10 dealerships.
Yeah.
And you go on Hall Road, there's about 5.
Yeah, and
You
every
go
there's a
on
dealership. There's
Woodward.
4 dealerships on fucking Grossbeck.
Oh yeah.
You go
So
on
many of
Woodward, there's like
But my
every
mom
other...
said a comment that really pissed me off. I said, my stepdad is not my dad. She said, no, but he's a good replacement. And I damn near knocked her ass in the fucking mouth.
God damn.
I ripped my arm away from her, and I still have a scar because she cut me. And then when I was done arguing with my aunt, I went to go give her a hug. And she said, no. I said, fine, fuck you. You're a cunt. And I left. I'm very vocal with my family of I'm a fucking adult. I'm not a kid. So when you say, who are you talking to? Bitch, I'm fucking talking to you.
Oh yeah.
If I don't like what you're saying, guess what? I'm going to fucking call you out on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if I don't fucking care who you
Who the
are.
fuck is
And my
you?
therapist is
Yeah.
like, we need to work on that. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm like, but the thing is I don't start mean.
Oh yeah. No.
It's just
I end mean.
like she walked out because I said something about my dad getting the car, and she's like, I'm not gonna even get into that conversation. Like with an attitude, and walked in the garage. Mom's like, sorry. I'm like, if she's gonna be a bitch, let her be a bitch. That's all I said. She burst in the door. What the fuck did you say? I said, I'm like, I said, if you gonna be a bitch, you gonna be a bitch. You know, this bitch fucking charged at me like a bull. And Steve literally had to stand in the middle of us because I would have killed her.
Oh yeah.
I'm small, but I can fuck a bitch up.
Can I come over next time?
She likes to watch drama.
I do. I don't like
I
to be
wish
in
you
it.
would have known me in high school. Oh, I was in I don't know if Ham told you. I was in a lot of scandals in high school.
I was
A
out there.
lot.
Nobody talked to me, which I liked.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out my song Shadow Dancing and keep an eye out for my new EP coming out fairly. I don't know when, but hopefully by Christmas time. Thank you, Jason, for coming on today. We enjoyed having you. You're welcome back anytime you want.
Yes.
Yes, we liked having you. You're interesting. You're fun. I like your voiceover
Oh yeah.
voice.
I need
Yeah.
to actually like learn what's going on.
He was trying to do like voiceovers on Overwatch, and I kept thinking that we were watching
No,
ESPN
oh
or
my
something. I
God.
was like, what the fuck?
Listen. I was listening to him talk, and I'm thinking
Yes.
like he would.
A sports
No,
announcer.
well, one, his voice kind of reminds me of Winston, doesn't it?
You're correct.
Doesn't
think it
his?
does.
I don't know what he said.
It's Winston.
But
Haha.
he said something, and I'm like, Winston? Winston?
Churchill?
I was like,
My
what?
voice is gonna change.
Yep.
Just because you said that.
But no, it's not a bad thing.
No,
think
I like the
Winston-
voice.
I love Winston's voice. Now, is he a good player in the game?
No, simply not. He's just shit. Unless you're really fucking good at him, and if you are, fuck off. I don't want to talk to you.
No, there are people that are good with him,
And they
they're
can fuck right
scary.
off, like
Yeah.
Oprah's mud flaps. I don't want to fucking talk to you. You're good as Winston. Go away. Yeah. Oh my god, fuck the top 500. But yeah, make sure you follow me on my YouTube channel, and all my social media links will be linked. I will link Megan's and Jason if you'd like your Instagram or whatever linked. I can link that for you too.
I took all that stuff down.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I don't.
So proud of you.
I don't like people.
If I wasn't trying to make a job in social media, I probably would do the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, anyways, our season finale is coming up soon. I don't know when that is, but we will let you know. Next episode, we will be talking about buttholes.
No, prostate.
So and prostates. It's not the same thing. Okay, we will be talking about buttholes
Yeah.
and prostates in the next
Well,
episode.
let's just end it on that.
Yeah, that'll be the next episode. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys soon.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.